Hey guys, this is Jessiehealz, and today I'm looking at 5 things wrong with Battle for Azeroth. Number 1. Too many AP World Quests. Currently, World Quests are the most efficient way to farm AP, as long as there are some World Quests up anyway. This is a problem because World Quests rotate so much that there is almost always AP quests available. This was okay at the start of the expansion, but now it's just getting extremely tedious and repetitive, much like it was in Legion. In Legion, you could at least farm Mythic Plus and get decent AP, so you didn't have to worry about doing all the world quests. But now in BFA, Mythic Plus doesn't give as much AP, and world quests are the most efficient way to farm AP. Unfortunately, world quests are extremely easy and just a mindless, boring chore, a requirement to be a raider. At this point, it feels more like being in an office doing some work than playing a game. Your boss or your guild gives you a required target Azerite level for the next tier, and if you're a mythic raider, it's usually a pretty high target that will require you to farm AP world quests pretty much every day. They're just boring and annoying. I like world quests in general. They give people something to do, but when there's so many of them that reward AP, I open my map, look at all the jobs and running around that I need to do, let out a sigh, and then do them all, melting my brain for an hour or so every day. So please, Blizzard, make less world quests reward AP. Give it a limit of like 3 at any one time or something. That would make it a lot more tolerable, and less of a boring brain-dead requirement for raiders. Number 2. Warmode, rewards and phasing. Now, you might be thinking, but Warmode was in your 5 good things about BFA. Well, I do like Warmode in general, but the reward system doesn't make much sense. All the reward system does is incentivize players who may not be interested in PvP to play it, since it scales up the world quest rewards, which includes AP world quests. So of course, any high-level raider who is wanting to min-max their AP gains will turn on world PvP, making world quest farming even more annoying. And it's the same for giving Alliance a massive XP bonus. Just forces players into PvP when it might not be what they enjoy. They should just make Warmode give you honor points for every world quest completed, or make it so some world quests also reward a few marks of honor, or something PvP related. Number 3. Island expeditions and AP reward ratios. This kind of calls back to the AP world quest issue. The whole priority system for how you obtain AP is just bad. The most efficient ways to farm AP are world quests and easy, boring content. Once you clear all the world quests, you farm islands. Again, another boring, easy, repetitive content. Islands are just a big fail. A meaningless slaughter of all inhabitants on random islands. Every single island feels exactly the same. There's no challenge and no fun. I much preferred it in Legion, when you can pick between doing whatever you want or Mythic Plus. Dungeons have been in the game for years, and they have always been fun. Mythic Plus allows them to remain challenging, and the bosses in Trash are always more varied and interesting than crappy islands. But in BFA, you get hardly any AP reward from them, and partly because of that, I've been put off from doing Mythic Plus, and the lack of AP gives me far less ambition to push for super high keys. I just do one weekly 15, then leave it for the week, and then farm shitty islands when I feel like farming AP for my guild. Harder content should reward more AP, so people can move on from crappy repetitive content, which is world quests and islands. Please put a limit on all the AP world quests. Reduce the value from islands and instead incentivize it with a proper vendor that allows you to buy all of the current RNG rewards with the balloons. Then people can do what they want. If they want to farm boring repetitive islands, they can do, and work towards buying an item without playing the lottery. And if people want to get good amounts of AP, they have to actually challenge themselves and make friends working as a group and pushing high keystones or other difficult content. Number 4. No guards at many of the flight points. This one is more of a personal one to me, and also ties in with the world quest stuff. Have you ever took a flight to somewhere you need to do some quests, only to land in a swarm of the opposite faction, and be forced to bubble herf the second you land, or get instantly one-shot by a mass of shit players who need to be in a raid to gank people? Well, it happens to me way more often than it should, and it could easily be fixed if they just put some guards at all of the flight points. It's what guards are for, so why has Blizzard forgot to put guards in some places? Just put some guards down so I can fly to where I'm flying without having to bubble herf instantly. Ugh. Flying into a landing zone with 2 raids of Alliance isn't fun PvP. Number 5. Global cooldowns. As World of Warcraft has evolved, they have rightfully removed some spells and abilities from the global cooldown. This was done for reasons. For important, specific reasons. So why they decided to go back in time and make it bad again blows my mind. They have already reverted some of the changes and taken a few mobility and utility abilities off the global cooldown, but they still need to do it for far more abilities in my opinion. For me personally, Avenging Wrath should be removed from the global cooldown. As a Holy Paladin, it is our main cooldown. Aura Mastery is arguably our main cooldown because it's 3 minutes. However, after they totally shit on Aura of Sacrifice, Aura Mastery is now completely useless, in terms of throughput anyway. So, I see Avenging Wrath as our main healing cooldown. Holy Paladins are known as reactive healers, but because our main throughput CD is a buff, it makes us the least reactive healers in terms of cooldowns. Healing Tide Totem, Tranquility, Revival, all the other big healing cooldowns, you press them once and they start healing right away. But with Avenging Wrath, you press your buff, you sit pretty like an idiot for 1 second, and then you can start healing. This is the most annoying thing ever, especially in Mythic Plus where you're the only healer. The reason it's so bad is because 99% of the time that you need your cooldown, you also need fast and strong healing. So kicking yourself in the foot by stopping all healing for that 1 second when you need it most might lead to someone dying to random AoE, a volcano, quaking, or whatever. It seems unlikely, but it happens a lot. And it's the same situation with the talent Holy Avenger. Press your cooldown to do some big healing and recover, or nope. The person you needed to heal dies, because they take damage in that 1 second where you can't do anything. If people want to make macros, just let them. It's a fun part of the game. Or it used to be anyway. Sorry about all of the salt. If you want a more cheery video, check out my 5 good things about BFA. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, and bye!